Okay, we're back. I think we don't have picture, but we there we are. Look at us. We're still here. Welcome back. We had a technical difficulty. I think the world was coming to an end because our internet went down, and we know what happened. We know what happens when that goes on. So we were talking about House and how it's a platform for homeowners, designers primarily, and contractors to communicate. Where you can like I can go on there and I can put a project folder with my client's name, and they can go in and they can add pictures, videos, whatever they want of the things they're finding on House that they like. And I need to turn my phone back. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I have every client begin with an idea board on Houzz. It's spelled Houzz. It's basically Pinterest, but specifically for homes, renovation, new construction, design. And it's a great way. You know how they say a picture is worth 1,000 words?
Yes.
So basically, it's an online shared photo album that I have every new client start with. And they just add photos, and I ask them to write a comment below the photo, letting me know what they like about the photo. If they like the color, the texture, the
Now,
layout.
do you think that does that muddy the water on some things? I mean, do they have too many options? I mean, they'll go, this is what I really like, and I go, well, yeah, but that was in Italy, and I don't think that you want to pay for that.
Yes and no, but it definitely helps a lot because, as a designer, there's a million trillion ideas out there, and my job would be to not prescribe what I like to the client, rather try to figure out what do they like, what colors do they like, what
And guide them
textures.
through the process.
Yeah, because they're the ones that are going to be living there, not me. I mean, not everybody likes, magenta or hot pink.
But at the end of the day, a lot of times it comes down to budget and schedule. At the end of the day, everybody likes a Rolls Royce, right? Everybody wants to ride in a Rolls every day, but most of us end up in a Chevy. So, because that's what our budget allows. And I know that in my experience that's typically, and people are funny because my clients will always say, well, if I go shopping, I'm going to pick the most expensive, or usually it's a husband accusing the wife, although I have to say, men, you guys are just as bad, so no pointing fingers at the women. But I always get that thing. You've heard it. Every time I go shopping, I pick the most expensive thing there is, and you're like, okay.
and I try to manage that for them. I say things like, well, why don't we spend most of your budget on the areas of the house that you spend more time in? Most of the time it's the kitchen, living room, master bedroom. So we tend to go more expensive in those areas, and then use more basic kind of
Managing your
materials.
budget, just managing your budget. Yeah, that's super important. So when we're talking about communicating with your builder or your design professional when you're doing one of these projects, the younger, I used to say the younger people, it doesn't matter anymore because it doesn't matter who you are, you're communicating with this wonderful phone. Oh, look at that, Remodel Revolution. You're communicating with that phone. We all do it. It doesn't matter how old we are anymore. We've all become very technically savvy compared to what we used to be just a few years ago, because you kind of have to be. Even working your TV, you have to have some kind of training. But technology has allowed this to happen so that we can communicate better and we can communicate faster and more accurately. And contractors, for instance, just sit, I always hear somebody telling me, well, yeah, I hired the guy, but all he did was sit there on his phone the whole time. And I go, well, that's because that's how his clients are communicating. And the subs are communicating, and suppliers. And so he doesn't have a choice. He's got to do that. I think that our basic communication is still the same. I mean, the fundamentals of what we're trying to accomplish on a remodel or a new home is the same. It's getting a project completed for your budget on a reasonable schedule and a reasonable cost. And so I think that kind of the basics of communication are the same. The reason we're talking is the same. And that, with that, we are out of time. We have
Oh, time flies.
we have completed our show, even with the little blip in our show. Well, so folks, it was COVID. So check us out go to our Facebook page, Remodel Revolution on Facebook, and like our page. We also have a YouTube channel. All of these shows go up on the YouTube channel, and it is Remodel Revolution on YouTube. Subscribe, please. And we have a fantastic podcast. This week, I'll probably put 3 podcasts out from this show. And we have a lot of people that listen to our podcast, download our podcast. It has great information.
Yes, for all of those who listen, you should know that this is recorded live at the studio.
Yeah.
So if you want to get the visual of our facial expressions and the many looks I have on my face, definitely look for the podcast on YouTube.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Look at it. Yes, you can get it on YouTube to see us. You can go on any of your favorite podcast stations, whatever you listen to, and listen to it. I mean, I like to listen to me driving down the highway because I'm just so entertaining.
Yeah, this is a great way to get all the knowledge that you need before starting a remodel. And when you're on your commute, you'll be equipped and prepared for when you start, and then your whole team will know that they're working with an educated owner, and we'll respect you for that.
Yeah. Now, go to remodelrevolution.com. remodelrevolutionradio.com or remodelrev.com. That's what I'm trying to change it to when it works. And that's our website. And all of these broadcasts are on our website. All you have to do is go to the website, click it. If you want to hear it, click it. If you want to see it, click it. Either way, there's two choices that you have. We're also on Pinterest. We're also on Twitter for some reason. And LinkedIn, and so we're on all the social media platforms. So check us out, like us, subscribe to us. We love having you, and also please feel free to email me or Poonam. Just go to info@remodelrevolutionradio.com or Alex@remodelrevolution. I'll get it to her. And we look forward to hearing from you. Also, of course, on Facebook and on YouTube, I answer lots of questions from our YouTubes, and I answer lots of questions on Facebook. So thank you very much for being part of the show today. We look forward to seeing you next week. This is Alex Guthrie and Poonam Patel signing off.
The views and opinions of this program are for educational and entertainment purposes only and are not intended to replace the recommendations of a hired professional. You can catch Remodel Revolution anytime. Follow the show on the website, remodelrevolutionradio.com, or on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest, using the handle @Remodel Revolution Radio. You can always listen to the show on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and TuneIn, and watch the show anytime on YouTube.